Hello my little darklings, Carmea Stone here, and welcome back to Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. Like I said in the last episode that I just recorded, these next couple episodes are just going to be me just reading the character voices and everything like that, so right now at the moment I'm was looking through the different sections for oracles, academics, explorers, novices, producers, and warriors to see where we are in the running for everything. But yeah, anyways, without further ado, I will start getting to the next part of the voice lines and everything. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully next time my video will be so scruffed. Look, it's for other opportunities. Nice, I have some ideas in mind already. See you in a few cycles. And then what did I have for you, Abramar? Think I get you to harvest energy? I'm not sure. Yeah. Your wish is my command. I'll get you some fresh energy. Witch Fortuna, I'd like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift of our coven, special experience. Kind regards, CUPRESSA, the historian witch. Hello. I'm CUPRESSA. Nice to meet you. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself before the race becomes hectic. That is so kind of you. I'm sorry that you had to come all the way here. There are still 800 years of exile left in the sentence Adana cast over me. I'm well aware. Adana often confided in me. The fear you inspired her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh wow. I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check. To form my own judgment. I promise I carry the best of intentions. I don't know. My flowers become restless when exposed to your voice. There's something about you, inevitable, like a forest fire. And no matter its intention, fire is fire. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire from the race. What? Why? You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That's what made Adana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods and was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, and Jasmine, you have an uncountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed. Even what you consider virtues such as ambition or mercy, or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment, cloud your judgment. Flaws, flaws, flaws. But without feelings, can you truly care for your peers? There are many things in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too fauna-eccentric to see other forms of coexistence. As a tree, my entelechy is that growth and community. I lack individuality. I'm just part of a forest. We the plants grow, expand, and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you're immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You're a devourer of worlds, and we the plants are their healers. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What's the most important quality in a leader? Intelligence. That's always desirable, yes. But it's also quite volatile when exposed to frustration, temptation, wrath. Among the human species, it's typical to find the highest amount of intelligence among its most dubious characters. Maybe, but selflessness. That's the most important trait in a leader. To put the group's needs before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of it. All those emotions we talked about before, that would make it impossible. satisfaction, respect, honor, friendship, the list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not of selfless existences. A leader deprived of all that is just an automata. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision. They need to take risks. And gamble with the future of a whole community. Yes. You put your trust in a leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. And what's wrong with having a fair administrator? Stagnation. Unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see. So that's when you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human-born witches are like that, yes. Thank you. You've helped me understand our coven better. Listen, CUPRESSA. What's this buried emotion? What's the matter? I know that you're in love with Adana. That is nonsense. Doesn't that conflict with the selflessness you were talking about? It sounds like a liability for the kind of leadership you're proposing. I'm just aware of how big of a loss it is for our coven that Adana died. Maybe you're mistaking that for love. No, you love her, romantically. She gave me her eyes. I could see through you. Oh wow, that's why your probe includes keeping your corpse intact. Please don't say anything. I'm trying to purchase emotion for myself, but I still haven't worked out how to. This has nothing to do with the race. Please keep it between us. Don't worry, I'll respect your privacy. Thank you, Fortuna. Your sympathy won't be forgotten. I think it's time for me to leave now. Would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course, my priority is to help the coven. Very well, let's see what fortune has in store for me. Tell me what it is you wish to ask the cards. There's only one thing on my mind, something really dear to me. Will I be able to safeguard Adana's legacy? Of all the eras I've lived through, Adana has been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of some of her sisters, but sure. Please don't poison the reading with your resentment. That's improper of an oracle. You're right. I'll focus on your honest will. Think about Adana while I shuffle my deck. The coven will respect Adana's contributions, but as time passes, it'll inevitably progress towards new ideas. I knew this endeavor was meaningless from the moment I set out to do it. It doesn't matter how hard we try, nothing lasts forever. I know. I guess that raising respect for Adana's legacy is still a worthy objective. I'll try to keep it alive for as long as I can. I am not forever either, after all. I hope my cards have helped you in some way. Yes, they open my eyes to an obvious truth, as the most valuable gift an oracle can offer. Thank you for allowing me to peek into the future, Fortuna. And thanks for having me at your home. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. My dear mentor Fortuna, is it okay to visit, or are you too busy with the political campaign? I'm getting the hang of my powers now. Maybe there's a way for me to help you. Hugs, Cassia the Peppermancer. Hello! I love the fact that she had like all these different bottles hanging off her hat. Although that must be heavy as hell on her head. Unless magic. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Well, being a witch is tougher than I thought, to be honest. Why is that? I mean, having magical powers, being immortal, and being able to fly across the universe, that is just too good. What's hard is navigating witch society. Oh, I get you. What you foretold is actually happening. For some reason, showing promise is something that bothers too many witches. I would never have thought that people would be this sour even when they've got the whole cosmos at their disposal. Anyway, it's not like I didn't make any friends. But come on. I'm sorry, it'll get easier with time. Give it a couple centuries and the dust will settle. What? I'm kidding. Not funny, actually. Sorry. But you know, being immortal makes you get used to and bored of almost anything. You'll get over it, just focus on surrounding yourself with witches you get along with. Yeah, speaking of that, I'd like to join your party, please. I'll do anything, grabbing cosmic coffee or whatever the equivalent is in this case. I just want to help in any way I can. Oh, that's so nice of you. So, will you have me on board? Of course, we'd be thrilled to have you. Yes! Thank you so much for this opportunity, Fortuna. You won't regret it. I'm gonna do my best and then some. That's a good attitude. You're already in our headquarters, so find a comfortable spot and I'll come up with something for you to help us with. Understood. Bad news regarding Jasmine. Apparently, she's been funding a group of academics to research what it'd really entail for our powers if we all devoured a Donna. And wow. I mean, if it wasn't on your team, I'd probably vote for her now. Even though we have the same points in our program, now we look like we won't know what to do with all that power. We mustn't give up. Let's start the counterattack. Yeah, that one spiked a lot. Okay, I'd like you to promote. Let's focus on our efforts on this group. I found someone that could help us, Fortuna. She'll pay you a visit. Her name is CUPRESSA, the Sensorial Witch. She can affect the perception and sensations of sentient beings, conjure hallucinations, induce synesthesia, or even grant extra senses humans don't have. She seems to be a bit anxious about the current climate in the Coven. I'm not sure what'll come out of this meeting, but I sent her your way anyway. Let's focus our efforts on this group for promotion. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be back in a few cycles. Dear Fortuna, I need to bring you up to date regarding an active conflict that may affect the current elections. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Yours faithfully, Thea. Well, the only ones that actually ride the damn broomstick. Hello again, Fortuna. Thank you so much for coming. What's this about an active conflict? Should we be worried? Well, there is an internal war going on within the Coven of the Jade Sculptors. The conflict escalated quicker than we anticipated, and there have been many witch casualties in a matter of weeks. So the Arbiter Office has to intervene to minimize casualties and, above all, keep it contained and make sure no other covens take part in the conflict. I see. First and foremost, we want to ask every coven to refrain from engaging in combat, no matter what the sculptors offer. Should you wish to offer assistance, keep it humanitarian. In fact, there's someone I'd like to send your way. Your counsel's been very valuable to me, and by extension to the Arbiter Office. Maybe you'll be able to do the same for a group of refugees that had to leave the Jade Sculptors to save their skin. We need to bring some order into this chaos. Very well, I'll talk to my team and see what we can do. Depending on how you handle it, it may be an opportunity. Shouldn't the Arbiter Office be neutral? Not exactly. We have an objective, and that's to preserve peace within which society. Our policy is to avoid meddling in internal conflicts unless they become a threat to the rest of the community, like in this case. When the shit hits the fan, we do whatever it is best to keep turmoil in check. In this case, we thought that your newfound party is the best suited for this specific issue. I see. I'm giving notice to the office. They will tell Zira, the representative of the refugees, to make contact with you. Okay, I can't promise anything though. You meet with her, no string attached, and decide there's something that your party can do to help. That I can do. Very well, that'll be all. Something to confess? No way. Protocol, protocol. Okay, as always, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. Bye! I just came back from meeting some explorer witches. From what I've gathered, they're a bit divided between wanting more freedom but also wanting the Coven to invest more in common projects. Some of them saw the potential in our program anyway. There was quite the interest in the ministry system you're proposing. Having a ministry of cosmic exploration sounded delightful to them. Fortuna, how come you didn't let your mentor know that you're allowed to receive visits now? Is everything alright? I don't want to be a bother, but I would like to visit you and see how you're doing after 2 centuries of exile. Looking forward to see you again, Eugenia. And they brought in on a freaking carpet. I still love the design though, and their design right here is so pretty. Hello, Fortuna. And I think this is the part where I was like geeking out over their design. I'm so happy to see you, and that look in your eyes. Exile's been tough, right? There's so much fire in your energy now. You've grown stronger, intimidating even. I'm happy to see you too, Master. So, I guess that after all these years, I must have 2 centuries worth of pent-up lecture coming my way, right? Come again? Why would you? It's terrible enough that you had to spend all this time in exile. I should be the one listening to you today. I'm eager to hear the insights of an oracle who survived 200 years of isolation. Oh! I wasn't ready for this. I totally thought you'd be ashamed or angry. In the beginning, maybe. But I'm not the same witch you knew hundreds of years ago. I guess none of those you knew actually exist anymore as you remember them. That's a sad thought, but yeah, I feel a bit alien among even my closest friends. Losing you has changed us all. Being cut off from my dear pupil so abruptly, it made me question my identity and my purpose. Master, today I'm here to listen to you. Tell me about exile. I don't think I'll ever fully heal from this. It's been so much, Master. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to live through. No one to talk to. Eventually I started to hallucinate. I tried to escape my mind through fiction, substances, even pain, but no matter the stimulus, when in isolation you grow numb to it all. Memory becomes a mirage, not a single landmark in time to allow you to differentiate one day from another. It's been endless, and at the same time, I could barely remember it. The only thing remaining is this damage that I need to figure out how to outlive. Oh, Fortuna. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you find your peace, okay? Thank you. And what about the behemoth you summoned? What, How do you... Fortuna. It was me who taught you the forbidden song, of course. I was going to notice. I'm so sorry. I was desperate. I know. Don't worry. You did nothing wrong. I taught you that spell for a reason. It would be twisted to teach you something that you weren't meant to use. You knew that I'd eventually summon a behemoth? I want you to have the option. The option to break the magical pact? Yes. You see, laws are just an agreement between members of a community to have some broad guidelines about what is correct and what is not. But hardly any law survives every context. Plus, to be frank, most of us are shoved into a system of rules we haven't previously agreed upon. I hear you. In this case, it saved my life. I knew this day would come. The moment you use a forbidden song, you become a fully fledged witch. You are no longer my apprentice, and I am no longer your master. That makes me feel kind of sad. Me too. But now we can relax and become something better than mentor and mentee. Now we can be friends, and I can rely on you. We can rely on each other. It's gonna be weird to treat you like I treat my friends. I'm starting to regret this. Fortuna, I am proud of you. You're gonna make me cry. Who would have thought that this praise is what would finally break through your armor? Whatever. It's been a difficult couple of centuries. I know, my friend. I know. By the way, speaking of surprises, what's this about you getting into politics? I want to fix Donna's damage. What damage? The coven? I don't know. I want to rob her of something. She deprived me of so much. It'll never be enough. I'm not sure that's going to get you any closure. But I guess it's good that you might get some hatred out of your system. Can I help in any way? Can you vouch for us amongst the academics? Gladly. Thank you so much. Now I can't wait anymore. Legend is spreading fast within the coven. I want to see your new deck. Please, no, I want to experience it. Okay, first I should warn you about its true nature. Oh, what may that be? Donna's corpse visited me not long ago and explained why she sent me to exile. She realized it way before any of us, though what I do is not fortune-telling. I'm not reading into the unknown, I'm writing it. I can modify not only the future, but everything that didn't happen in the past. I can basically alter reality. Adana's always been quite perceptive. I'm ashamed that I didn't notice it before, being the closest to you and your magical development. Could have guided you better should we have known about it this earlier. You taught me perfectly. Plus, I was happy before learning what my powers actually entail. Oh, so your prediction about the fall of the Coven. Yes, I doomed us all. I see. I guess that's in part why I got into politics, in hopes there's a way to minimize the damage. Knowing that, do you still want to subjugate yourself to my new deck? Yes. Oh. It's my responsibility. I brought you up. Just be mindful about what you ask. I do interpret the cards, but I don't control what card I'll draw. Very well. Okay, deep breaths. What future do you want to alter? Not the future. If I understand you properly, we can work with everything that didn't happen, right? Oh, right! I can't erase anything, but I can sew in new realities. Especially around times where our collective memories are fuzzy. Times in which nothing of worth seemed to happen. I understand. Then I want you to write us a happy memory and an important lesson. Oh, that's unexpected. What's this about? Regret? Disappointment? I did so much thinking when Adana took you away from me, and I feel I should have been less strict and put more time into enjoying ourselves. Now you're telling me you have the power to fix that, so let's see if you can turn me into a better mentor, even retroactively. Wow, okay. Focus on your pride and your compassion while I shuffle my deck. I really love that time you took me camping in one of the beautiful valleys in the Deerfolk realm. It was so peaceful. Oh yes, I feel it's when you finally opened up to me. Yes, I remember it too. And do you know why that happened? Of course, it was that broth we prepared together. Foraging for the ingredients, getting water from the river, starting a fire, and how comforting it was. And we drank from it in silence, letting it warm us to fight the wet cold of the valley. A true bonding experience. It was very nice, but that wasn't what made me lower my guard. Oh yeah? What was it then? When you fell down on your ass when a grasshopper jumped out of nowhere. What? That? Why? The little scream and the dumb look on your face were priceless. And that made you trust me? Absolutely. Up to that point, you were nothing but perfection. The master of the elements, Eugenia. Oh, so wise and faultless. But you fell on your ass. Really? Suddenly you were within my reach. If a millennium-old witch can fall on her ass, everything is alright. I can aim to become that. You can find me a way to summon the strength of your familiar, the opaline squirrel, as a conduit to channel the four elements at the same time. Oh, right! How come you didn't summon her yet? Well, I guess I didn't have the chance to put it to good use. I confess I didn't care much about elemental energies during my exile. Come again? But the four elements are... Everything, I know. I have an idea. Now that I'm seeing your deck in action, I notice the cards are composed of spheres, arcana, and energy symbols, right? That's it! Good eye! Very well, I shall summon my familiar in a way that will be useful to your new craft. Here. Hey, we got the squirrel! It's a cute squirrel! As I once taught you, the Opaline Scroll can channel the 4 elements at the same time, so it may prove a powerful combination with just about any arcana. It's a lot of text, like it got squished. I'm looking forward to creating a card with it. Thank you so much, Eugenia. It is my pleasure. Anyway, what do you think about my true talents? I understand why Adana was scared enough to deprive you of your old deck. But I'm not scared at all because I know you. Adana didn't. She made a grave mistake. If Adana had told you the truth, you would have treated your newfound power with care. I have no doubt about it. But sentencing you to a millennium of exile? That's dangerous. You could have gone insane and... I don't even want to think about a mad witch with the power to alter reality. I'm so glad I taught you the song to summon Abramar. Wait, you know Abramar? Not personally, but my mentor did. She taught me the forbidden song and told many tales about Abramar. But I never got to use the spell myself. Wait, tell me more about your mentor and Abramar. My mentor was a Sumerian witch, master of shape-shifting. She was one of the founders of our coven. Apparently they had to dispel Abramar because one of the sisters had made a pact that endangered the fabric of time itself. My mentor rarely talked about the incident because it brought her sour memories that tainted her transformations, but they had to erase their sister out of existence and chain Abramar back into the forbidden song. I know Abramar isn't happy about that. I'm sure, and my mentor felt quite sorry for everything, but what could they do? The price was too high. In any case, my mentor spoke fondly about their time with Abramar. I'm kind of sad I never got to summon him myself. How are you liking him? I like him very much. I owe him my life. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad you found such a good ally. It's rare to hear you talk so fondly about anybody. I guess the extra-dimensional beings are my weak spot. Listen, I want you to have something. I believe my dominion may provide a very powerful sphere for your creations. The 4 elements converge there after all. Whoa, this is gonna come in handy, alright. Plus, it's very nice to have a card that represents a place I grew up as a witch. Oh, Fortuna. Thank you, Eugenia. Okay, tea time is over. Now you focus on the campaign. Change the world, my child. Yes. Come back soon. Okay, well the video's gonna be ended today. Again, sorry that I don't have much of the audio recorded, but hopefully that'll fix up here soon. But if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, all that good junk. Any suggestions in the Discord server? Sorry, I'm running out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!